Howdy, y'all. Happy Brews Day. Today, I have got a Cryogen Relic based brew. This is a card that came out in Edge of Eternities, and I think a lot of us here in the Pauper community got excited for it. Very simply, this is Ichor Wellspring, but slightly better, because instead of a Goes to the Graveyard trigger, it is a Leave the Battlefield trigger. This means that if you flicker a Cryogen Relic, say with something like Ghostly Flicker, which we are running 3 copies of in this deck, you get to draw 2 cards. And Ghostly Flicker lets you pick something else. So if you have 2 Cryogen Relics in play, and you can target both of them with the Flicker, they'll both leave and come back. They'll both have the leave draw trigger. They'll both have the enter draw trigger. So that is a 3 mana instant speed draw 4 cards. The way to maximize the number of Cryogen Relics you have with this Ghostly Flicker interaction is to play Dreamstalker. Dreamstalker, classic in the Pauper format, used to be played in the Acid Trip deck that would run Reality Acid, which is 2 and a blue for an aura, enchant target permanent and has vanishing. And when Reality Acid leaves play, the owner of the enchanted permanent sacrifices it. So the trick there is you enchant your opponent's land, I should say. You Dreamstalker, return the Reality Acid to your hand, your opponent's land is then sacrificed, and you have the Reality Acid again to be able to do this loop and blow up all your opponent's lands. I have tried that. This deck did start with a copy of Reality Acid. It was too bad. It was 3 mana, do nothing, and need other things to make it good. Instead, we're going in a direction of let's just play playable good magic cards. We are running the indestructible red lands in the same way that Jund Wildfires does, so that we can play Cleansing Wildfire, because this is a very mana-hungry deck. While we don't really have any expensive cards, the most expensive we get is, in fact, Ghostly Flicker at 3 mana. We are trying to cast a lot of spells. The main way that we are looking to end the game is Kenku Artificer. This is another great blink target, and because we're running 9 indestructible lands, we do have a 1 of Rustveil Bridge in here that is just purely a tapped red indestructible land. I really just wanted to make sure that if I had an indestructible land, it would be able to cast Cleansing Wildfire, and so I just have the 9th one in here for that. This is also the first land to get turned into a 3/3 because it's the one that we're going to be tapping the least. Some additional good flicker targets: Refurbished Familiar, of course. This card is going to be in any and all black artifact-based decks. And then Tithing Blade is, again, a good thing to flicker with a Ghostly Flicker or pick up and put down with a Dreamstalker. All of this is backed up by efficient interaction in the form of Galvanic Blast, and then some board control with Krark Clan Shaman and Toxin Analysis. I am following in Luffy's footsteps by playing a 1 of Hunter's Blowgun. I have found that this card is actually pretty solid against any Glinthawk or Fae-based strategy. Equipping one of these to a Dreamstalker turns it into a very good blocker, and it can even block Tolarian Terrors if it's a 2/6. Thoughtcast is a 2 of in here, and a Navigator's Compass. These 3 slots have changed. They're kind of the flex spots. I think the spell bombs are necessary. If you're going to be a mid-range deck in the Pauper format, you need to care about opposing graveyards, whether it's an opponent's Blood Fountain that you're trying to grind through, or it's 5-land Spy that you're trying to interact with. Nihil Spellbomb is just always going to be at least good in basically any matchup, and in the matchups where it's not good, it's a very easy cut for sideboard cards. Navigator's Compass used to be a Packdoll Terror. I have found that this is not a great deck at maximizing Packdoll Terror, though. We are not actually all that focused on affinity or artifacts. We're really only doing it for the Cleansing Wildfire in Furby. We're not actually going really hard on playing a bunch of artifact creatures, like the Dreamstalkers and Kenkus don't trigger Packdoll Terrors. Krark Clan Shaman doesn't trigger a Packdoll Terror. Now, is Navigator's Compass a good card? No, but Mono Red Madness has been at the top of the meta, and this is kind of a hedge into that. Thoughtcast, just another value piece. Think of this as Ghostly Flicker 4 and 5, mostly because Ghostly Flicker is very clunky. We want to see one of these effects when we already have our Dreamstalker Cryogen Relic engine set up. We don't want to get flooded with them, hence the 2 copies of Thoughtcast instead of the 4th Ghostly Flicker. That is the main deck. As far as the sideboard goes, we are in blue and red, so we can run Blue Elemental Blast and Red Elemental Blast. I have 2 copies of Hydro Blast in here, so 6 blue blast effects, only 3 red blast effects. Cast into the Fire. This is partially here for artifact mirrors, but I am kind of running it more for the deal 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. Krark Clan Shaman is very good at controlling the ground. It's not very good at controlling the air. I want to be able to kill things like Spellstutter Sprite, and 2 mana to do that isn't the best. there's a chance that it should be something like Arms of Hadar, because then at least it would hit Glintox in those types of matchups. But I find that the White Weenie matchup has a hard time getting through a Kenku Artificer. And to think of Kenku Artificer as Writhing Chrysalis, this is the card in our deck that gums up the ground and gives us more turns. It gives us more draw steps to find the rest of our deck, the rest of like the cards that we need in the deck to go over the top of whatever it is our opponent's doing. Galv Blast also here for some reach. If we're able to get in with a few 3/3 flyers, we can finish them off if we get them down to like 8 or even 12. So yeah, that just about wraps up the deck. This is Grixis Affinity. I'm on to play in round 1. This is a very keepable hand. Gets a lead on a tapped indestructible land, which is exactly what this deck wants to do. Faithless Looting from the opponent, probably Mono Red Madness. Madness. Not ideal for us, I will say. So here, thinking we're gonna want Basic Island. That tends to be the colored source that we want the most. Second Furby is a little annoying. One with the Highway Robbery and the Sneaky Snacker in the graveyard already. Let's see if they have a second one here. They do not. Discard a Mountain. Interesting. Little late on that Spell Bomb. We will play this and probably just play a Furby. They are tapped out at the moment. Getting some value there. Missing out on some land drops. Grab the prize. Discarding Fiery Temper. Targeting Muthis. That is acceptable. Lava Dart is going to clear my Furby. That is fine. I'm pretty okay with that. Lava Dart basically dealt us 2 damage this turn. I would have snap traded with that Sneaky Snacker if they had let me. Untap, another Furby. Keep them coming. There's a question here. Ooh, opponent discards a Bolt. That's good for us. There's a question here of if I want to hold up Galvanic Blast or develop Cart Clan Shaman. I'm not going to be able to draw a card off Spell Bomb either way. Does Cart Clan even do anything in this matchup? I don't really think so. Like, I can sack 2 artifacts to kill a Gutter Snipe, but I don't really have 2 artifacts I want to sacrifice right now. I think that means I'm just going to hold up the Galv Blast. Galv Blast is turned on at the moment, but I would not count on that remaining the case. Next turn, we can potentially go Dreamstalker into Furby. I will block here. Now, if they hit us with a draw 2, I'm going to have to crack the Spell Bomb to get rid of everything. Plotted a Highway Robbery. Okay, didn't go for the Faithless Looting either. That's interesting. Opponent is down to 3 cards in hand. Let's see. Furby cost me 2 mana and I'm still missing land drops. Is there an argument to spellbombing them now? I doubt they would be playing around a 3rd Refurbished Familiar. They do have a mana up, though, to punish me, and playing Furby prevents me from drawing a card off Spellbomb. I'm kind of in a position where I don't want to miss a land drop. Spellbomb is currently hitting Faithless Looting and Sneaky Snacker, so I think I am just going to crack it here to draw a card. We did hit the land, and now we will pass. We have Galvanic Blast up if they have a Gutter Snipe. Fiery Temper. So they did have the Fiery Temper. It's very likely that they had that, so I'm glad we didn't Furby, because that would have just been free value for them. We are at 10, and we have no clock. Flame Breather, okay. That's pretty good, because it means Furby costs 1. And let's see what they discard, a Looting. I'm pretty into Galv Blasting the Kessig Flame Breather. If they have a spell, they're very likely to cast it here. Lightning Bolt, I'm assuming me. Yep, yield to that. Oh, do they have Fire Blast? They do. They are pausing here. Fire Blast does not kill me, but it is close. If they Fire Blast, it would take them off Faithless Looting for next turn. I wouldn't, opponent. You have me dead if you draw a bolt. I mean, I'm dead if they draw a bolt either way. So they definitely do have Fire Blast. We are dead if they draw any burn spell here. We'll develop the Dream Stalker to pick up Furby. And hopefully just be able to not lose. Robbery's going to sack a land here, guaranteed, because they still have the Fire Blast. That was a really good top deck from them. Fire Blast me down to 2. Lava Dart me and kill me. Yep. GG. Got me with the Xaxes. Yeah, this main deck matchup isn't great for us, but we get to go to the sideboard where we have some tools, such as Unexpected Fangs and Blue Blast effects. The Krark Clan Shamans are not very important in this matchup. This is a matchup where we want to maximize efficiency, so Ghostly Flicker is not something we're all that interested in. This is more a card for those mid-range matchups, those value grinding-based matchups. This is a matchup where we need to stabilize and maintain stability for as long as possible. I don't think I'll ever want to draw the second Tithing Blade, and the first one is going to be medium, so I think that's what we're going to be cutting here. And just bringing in Unexpected Fangs, blast effects, basically, is all we really want here. Let's send it back. One lander that we cannot keep. Two lander, that's kind of bad. We have Dreamstalkers and nothing to go with it, and some removal. I don't love this hand. I think I'm going to end up going to 5 here. You know, frankly, if I had Navigator's Compass, like if this Blood Fountain was a Navigator's Compass, I would be happy with this hand. This one is a keep. We'll throw back Toxin Analysis and Nile Spellbomb. The Nile Spellbomb could be good, but we need to put something back. The Galblast is going to deal with one of their creatures, and the Blue Blast is going to keep us alive, and the Wildfire is going to mana fix us and get us to our 3rd mana source guaranteed. Let's find Swamp here and Drew Blood Fountain. Now, if they have artifact removal, my Galblast will be turned off. However, that won't be worst case scenario. Dart Me is very aggressive. Interesting. They must have a curve planned out here. Flame Breather. Okay. Well, that just dies. And Gale Blast. And say go. They're doing nothing into my open blue mana. Makes sense. And I will pass. Very likely to... Nah, if they're doing nothing, I'm doing nothing. That's fine. I'm not going to interact with that. Gutter Snipe. Counter, target, Gutter Snipe. Okay. Cryogen Relic is a very good one. Land would be good here. Furby. Okay. Tapped wrong for that, but at the same time we have Blue Blast up, so it's not that wrong. I do not care about Faithless Looting. I'm honestly skeptical if this deck should even be running Faithless Looting. Double Fiery Temper. Wow, wow, wow. No land drop for them. Okay. I would like to draw land. So we're probably not going to Furby this turn. This is just the most mana efficient thing to do. Just always yield to this. Pick up Relic. Always yield to that. Tithing Blade, that's rough. We are not drawing our mana sources in any of these matches. Smash. Sure. I'm at 7. That is such a beautiful Hydroblast target. Oh my goodness gracious. And we're probably going to get that last card out of their hand. Oh, I can't Furby because they blew it up. Interesting. I could just Furby here. I think I'm going to do that. I want to get that last card out of their hand. Try and make that Faithless Looting as bad as possible. Fire Blast me. Interesting. I am Dead to any burn spell now. They don't have it. Let's just Relic have the ability to Furby. It's very unlikely because they've had 3 Fiery Tempers, correct? It's very unlikely that the 4th one is in hand. It was a grab the prize, really good one to snipe. We would have been dead to that if we had let them draw it. Or have a second card. 3 lands in hand. I still have a chance here. If I could just gain 1 life, I'd feel so much better about my spot. So we have 2, 4, 5. That's a good one. Okay, can we have 0 cards in hand? So 2, 4, 5 damage here puts them to 11. Galvanic Blast is 4. So if we Kenku this turn, thinking here. Kenku would add 3. Kenku would put them dead next turn. Is that better, or would it be better to try and find a Hydroblast to keep me alive? I have 4 of those to look at, and I'm dead in so many ways. I think it's a little better, because we've gotten lucky so far. I think it's a little better to dig. Because functionally, we're at 2. Like, we're dead to a Gutter Snipe off the top. We're dead to any of their burn spells. We're not dead to any of their draw 2s, because they played out the land. There's the Blue Blast. That makes me feel really good. All right, we'll add the Furby to the board. Draw an extra card. And then we will attack for 5 here. And say go. And we should have them dead with protection from the Blue Blast now. I don't think I counter this. They could have top-decked Fire Blast. So I think this is fine. 2 mountains discarded. Okay. Played a mountain. Okay, so they're just dead. Cancel. Actually, 2, 4, 6, 7. They do have a Lava Dart, so they could potentially keep themselves alive. I think I'm fine with that if they want to do that. Now that actually seals it, don't it? It should be game there. We did get lucky. We could have gone with this line and still gotten there. Cool, game 3. Blue Blast is good. Is there any card I would rather have over Tithing Blade? Because that thing kind of sat in my hand for a long time. I don't really think so. Send it back. Double Blast, I think, means I keep this. I don't think they have Voldaren Epicures. Love Dart Mountain. Okay. I am just going to play this island and say go, and then start playing out my bridges. I just want to be able to blast their 2-mana draw spells. Breed plotted. Yep. Blast effect. Yep. We still only have 1 up this turn. Highway Robbery is a tough one. I don't know if I want to counter that one necessarily, especially if they cast it with open mana. Because it's just so easy for them to Pyroblast back. And they don't have to discard as part of a cost. I tend to skew towards not countering these ones. They have nothing on board. This could be... No, I'm going to let them have this. See if they got the Snacker. Fiery Temper. That's the best one for me anyway. I don't, because I'm not prepared to deal with the fiery or to deal with the sneaky Snacker. Sure. 2 mana, plot another. That's so annoying. Guess I should have countered it. Okay. I am going to be more willing to counter those now. Well, Toxic Analysis Kenku is something. I believe my opponent only saw Blue Blasts in game 1, so I think I will only show them Blue Blasts here. So that way they don't know necessarily that I have a 5th and 6th blast effect. I am going to fight this one. No thank you. They got the Pyro. Still going to fight this. If they have multiple Pyroblasts, this means that my Kenku Artificer will be able to get through. It worked. Nice. Opponent with the grab the prize. A little frustrating. That is the one I would have preferred to have Hydroblasted. I do think this is just tap like this in case we draw a tap land. Drew an untapped black source. Think I'm just going to play this and say go. And I am more than likely just going to be sacrificing Seasoned Landscape for another island. And I'll be able to Dreamstalker Cryogen Relic on my next turn. Opponent with the 4th land, drop 4 cards in hand. Flashback Faithless Looting. Sure. A Fiery Temper. Sure. That was an acceptable turn cycle in my book. There's actually... No. Because I can draw 2 cards on this. Pick up the Relic. Draw a card off Relic. Wildfire is also nice. Yes, please. We'll go get, I guess, our last island. And a blast effect. Okay, and we still have the Hydroblast up. But our mana is underneath of us. We can start doing Kenku things. Kenku Toxin Analysis to gain 3 seems pretty good to me. 5 lands in play for opponent. Okay. They have 1 more Faithless Looting in the graveyard. Playing out that land suggests to me that they're planning on flashing it back this turn. As of Lava Darts, we're functionally at 11. Gutter Snipe, I will fight that on the stack. Ideally, they have nothing. If they do have the Pyroblast, at least the Gutter Snipe's not in play. It worked. It just worked. Fantastic. I have a feeling that if one of those Gutter Snipes resolves, we are dead with how much mana they have access to. And that is the problem with mid-range decks like this. Mono Red Madness is one of the main decks in the format right now, but it is very difficult to make a deck like this one favorable against it. We have sideboard cards, and as you can see, we won game 2 because of our sideboard cards, and maybe there's a chance that 3 Blue Blasts will be enough to get us through this one, but it's a lot harder. I think I need to go for the Kenku line here. Bit of a life swing there. We have a Galv Blast up, which is not good enough. It's not good enough if they have another Flame Breather. Okay, that one's not as scary. If nothing happens, I feel like we're favored in that spot. If we 2, 4, 5, 6 mana, the Clue token could become a 3/3. Okay, for 6 in the air, put him to 10. We're not quite getting there, though. I kind of want to draw a card. I'm leaving up my Swamp in case I draw Unexpected Fangs. Blue Blast is very nice, though. That's a very nice one. So how do I leave up Blue Blast? I probably need to Galv Blast the Flame Breather, right? It's like the weakest version of that effect, though. I need to get them dead. They have 3 cards in hand. Like, if I kill this and then they put another Gutter Snipe on the table, I just hate that. I do have the Blue Blast for said Gutter Snipe, though. So if I just leave up that 2 mana, I'm fine. But I need to attack as well. Perhaps it's just play Dreamstalker, pick up Kenku. Because it ain't doing anything. Well, it's Dreamstalker, pick up Cryogen Relic, too, is another option. Let's do that. Because picking up Kenku this turn doesn't do too much, because we already have one in hand. I think drawing a card is just going to be better here. That's the Fangs. Oh, that's the Fangs I was talking about, but I tapped out of the black mana. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay, I don't think we die this turn, though. I don't think we die this turn. So let's just go to combat. Attack. Attack, attack. I'm okay with giving up Kenku here because I have the second one. And I think dealing them damage in chunks of 4 matters here. No block. Interesting. Really interesting. Bolt me. Galv Blast here. See if we can bait them into putting more into this. Another Bolt, sure. So this is 8 damage, which puts me to 7. We're going for the Lava Dart here. Okay. No response. No response. No response. No response to this. Going to 5, I think, is fine. Because again, we have this Blue Blast. 3 mana. 4 Faithless Looting. Sure, nothing there. We don't care too much about that. We are only going to counter something that literally kills us. Discarded Sneaky Snacker. You see, this is why Faithless Looting is bad in their deck. Like, that Snacker isn't coming back this turn. They had 2 good discards for it, but it's going to be too late for him. If I go to 2, I'm dead to double Fire Blast anyway. They don't have... Yeah, okay. Go to 2. Yep. Yep. Okay. Awkward. I want my black mana. I think this means... What does this mean? I don't quite have the mana to go Kenku, Unexpected Fangs, and hold up Blue Blast. No, actually, I do have that, don't I? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't do all of that and Furby. That's really interesting. I actually feel like Furby does a lot here, but Unexpected Fangs to gain 4 life does the most, doesn't it? Okay, in that case, let's just get them closest to dead then, right? Because Kenku, suit up the clue token, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Unexpected Fangs is 10 damage. We gain 4 because we'll put on the Dross Forge Bridge. And then I still have Blue Blast up and I'm at 6. That seems best. So suit up clue token. And then Fangs up Bridge. And then swing. Put you to 1. Don't have the Galv Blast for you, but I am at 6. You have 3 cards in hand and I have a Blue Blast. I think that should be good enough. Let's just counter that. Pyroblast is a beautiful last card for them to have. Oh my gosh. If they hit. Oh, they could hit here. Oh, we dodged. We dodged. What a close match. Goodness. 1-0. On to the next one. The third installment of the Common Ground Cup is coming Saturday, January 31st at Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee. The event will be live streamed and commentated by the Common Ground podcast hosts themselves. Compete for glory, honor, and even some prizes. I unfortunately won't see you there because I'm having a kid, but I'm going to be really sad about missing it. But you should go. You should totally go. We are on the draw here for Game 2, and I am going to keep this hand. Once again, we have that patented bridge into Wildfire start. Oh, good God. Sacrifice this land. Well, I get the feeling that I'm in trouble, and that these Tithing Blades aren't going to do much. Geothermal Crevice. What could this be? Some sort of combo deck. See, my immediate thought had been Like these you see in Poison Storm, but I don't know if Poison Storm plays. Hmm. That's so interesting. Should I wildfire them? I have my next two lands lined up. That's so interesting. I actually do think I'm going to wildfire them. Granted, that makes more permanent mana, but it does still slow down their development. They do have some basics, okay? Next turn, I can go Bridge, Spellbomb, Furby. Basic Mountain revealed. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sick, cool. Cool, sick. I feel like that needs to die on the spot. So we'll play this Nile Spellbomb. I think we'll play Drossforge Bridge here, and then just blast this. Anamorphose. Okay, yep. I doubt they can kill me on my turn, but like, I don't know. Anamorphose is just good with an Archimancer. First day of class. Oh my goodness gracious. Origin of Metal Bending is disgusting. That's really cool. That was really cool. Wow. All right. I'm in danger. We actually enabled them to be able to do that by giving them the forest and letting them just hard cast the Anarchomancer. They would have had to have sacked a land. Yeah, okay, they're going for whatever it is they got. Anamorphose, yep. I don't know how relevant Graveyard Hate is against this deck. No response here. What the heck is this? Plus the number of cards you own in exile. Okay, no response. It's a 6/6. Yep. So they're attacking me for 10 here. But that appears to be everything they got. The tap land here is tough. Tithing Blade keeps me alive no matter what, right? Yeah. Have to kill something. Really is a question of if they want to keep their 7/7 or their 3/3 to keep storming off. That will tell me a lot about what they think of their hand. Okay, they think they can just kill me from here. I think I'm just going to play this. Make them discard a card. Other land discarded. So at the moment, they have Seize the Storm. Flashback is 7. And they have 2/4 mana. So I don't think I need to do anything yet. I know they have Abandoned Attachments and a random card in hand. So I think we just say go here. Kalakai's appears to run a copy of Gutter Snipe. I would rather not be dead to that. Oh, it has Trample? Good God. I'll soak up one of the damage, I guess. I'm at 4. Now in a spot where any creature they have is going to be a problem for me. Glimpse the Impossible. Ugh. So this is the card that you play those cards at the beginning of next end. So if any of those cards remain in exile, make 1/1s as fodder for my Tithing Blade. That's annoying. Okay, see what they hit here. Okay, annoying. Tithing Blade does nothing here. Cryogen Relic keeps me alive by tapping down their token. I missed a land drop. 2, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 5, 6. They do have 7 mana here. Kind of need to pop it, unfortunately. Say no. We know they still have Abandoned Attachments random in hand. Oh, this does affect. Oh. Oh, cards with flashback you own in exile. Oh, I completely missed that. Oh. Well, clearly they have the brewer's advantage. Here, I had just thought that his power and toughness was equal to the number of like instants and sorceries in graveyard and exile. Gotcha. Okay. So I should have cracked that earlier. It would have traded with the Furby. and then I would only be facing down a Leyline Weaver and an Eldrazi spawn. And I would not be in a bad position at all, actually. Honestly, Furby Dreamstalker stabilizes this board. Okay, okay. I'm all of a sudden, all of a sudden, I feel a lot better about where I am. That's not entirely true because the bandit attachments will make this bigger. Yep, there it is. Discarded Seething Song. It's a 4/4 now. 5 mana. Another Seize the Storm. That's tough. 4/4. Get me down to 2. Yeah, that misplay is going to get me. They have Trample too, man. Let's play this. Yep. There goes the first day of class. Why do they have Trample? I think I need to draw something, right? Ghostly Flicker is not going to do it. And we are dead on board. Concede. Okay. Krark Clan Shaman also could have gotten us out of that one, I think. Interesting. So, man, what do we want here? Well, Blue Blast seemed good. They seem to be almost like a mono red deck. Is Fairy Macabre a good card? Kind of? Is Unexpected Things good? Not really. Is Tithing Blade good? Good question. If their main win condition is that big creature guy, Navigator's Compass can come out. Ghostly Flickers can come out. This is not the matchup for them. We just want better interaction. Toxin, I don't think, and maybe Blowgun. I don't think Krark Clan is bad. I also don't think we need these, though, and just subbing those in with Hydroblast is probably going to be better. Okay. So down a game, but we get to bring in 6 Hydroblasts, and we're on the play for game 2. I will keep this. It's fine enough. I like having the Blue Blast. And Kenku offers us a clock. Tithing Blade is something. I'm going to develop Krark Clan Shaman here. Say go. Another tap land. Okay. I don't think they're going to try and win next turn. Could be wrong, but I know they need to have a creature in play in order to win, and I have Krark Clan Shaman, so that helps mitigate that. I am going to play the Seething Landscape so that I can find another blue mana, because I am very much wanting that right now. Leyline Weaver, sure. Plus Mountain. Just going to find Island here. And Tithing Blade looking decent in this spot. This is again another artifact that I'm happy to sack to Krark Clan Shaman. Attack. I'm going to hold on to this other Krark Clan Shaman. I don't know that it's going to make a difference as far as the clock goes. I just want to get a Kenku Artificer going here. Yeah, let's just... We need to clock them. Kenku. Zoop zoop. Take for 4. Now we actually do have a clock here. Could be a 2-turn clock with the Dreamstalker picking up a Kenku. Glimpse the Impossible seems like a pretty solid target for a Blue Blast. Yeah. Island is good. Attack. You're at 9. And I'll pick up Kenku. And I will... So it's 3, 4, 5. I guess I have to play the Shaman in order for it to be lethal next turn. So now Kenku enters, suits up, Relic, swings for lethal, and we have Blue Blast to back it up. That strikes me as the important piece. And I have nothing else. That's not true. I have Clan Shamans. 4 mana. Pirates Pillage. Sure. I guess they're kind of obligated to try and go off here. I mean, if that were the case, then they should have sacked these, right? They'd have 2 extra mana floating here. Okay. So if we go Kenku, soup up, combat, attack. Yep. Now we can. That sets him back a mana. So we'll do it. And then do this. Say go. 3 lethal creatures in play. Nothing else I can do. Can you kill me? I interacted as much as I could. All right, well, they can make a big boy and they can attack with it. So they can get enough storm. Morphos K. Ooh, that was good for us. They discarded No, they did not. They had an extra Seize the Storm. Okay. I mean, they need rituals from here. Got there. Hell yeah. All right. That felt good. Is there anything else we could want? I don't think so. I think we're just running it back here. On the draw here for game 3, I think this looks pretty good. We can interact with 2 of their cost reducers. We can interact with their graveyard, and we have a blue blast for them. I like all of those things. And a wildfire too. That's nice. I think I want to make sure. Well, I have no black cards yet, so I'll just lead on this. I think this is just a pretty easy deal 2 damage to the 2-power creature and develop Spellbomb. They have no red mana. That was their red mana. That's red mana. Okay. I have to think about this. We can take that out to again try and limit their development. I have my next land drop lined up. Think I will do that. I've been very aggressive with popping their 2 mana lands, but I just feel like if I'm able to restrict what they're able to do on the turns where they're looking to go off, I'm in a good position because of that. Okay, I doubt they can go off with just green floating. Okay, there's Kenku. I think I will just try and blast this. Nice. They have nothing. Okay. Playing this lets me Kenku, which lets me start putting a clock on them. And the clock is ticking. It's not a very fast clock at the moment, but hell, man, if Delver could get it done for so many years, surely a 3/3 indestructible Delver can get it done. We haven't seen any reducers outside of Leyline Weaver and Goblin and Archimancer. I'm curious if they have anything like, what would it be? What are the red associated familiars? Is it Thornscape familiar? Would that be the one that they could have here? Opponent in the tank, paying costs, and a Narcomancer. Sure, I can Galv Blast that. It's a good draw. Let's just blast it. This blast can also go face. Something to think about. Attacks. say go. Probably going to crack for black mana, I guess. Leyline Weaver. Kip. Just going to try and kill that too. These are all Galv Blasts that could have gone face, but my guess is if they have no creatures in play, they can't win, or it's a lot harder for them. Come on, says opponent in chat. I'm sorry, opponent. I just have all 4 of my Galv Blasts. Blood Fountain. It's not doing much at the moment, but attacks. Got you at 9. Seething Landscape. I think I just want to cycle this. Look for some interaction. Thoughtcast. Cancel. That takes away my Blue Elemental Blast because of the way I tapped. So we'll just swing. An opponent is not dead next turn, which is a little rough. And we're out of Galv Blasts. Oh, this is a lot of mana. Please be a red spell that I can Blue Blast. Pirate's Pillage. Yeah. Counter. That seems pretty good. Then I probably do Spellbomb them here to get rid of the flashback card in their graveyard. Pyroblast. Sure, no response. I think I do crack this to get rid of the flashback spell there. Furby is nice. Kenku is lethal here, so let's try and find one. Little Furby is probably pretty good, though. First Furby. Second Furby. Niles Spellbomb. I think I do Spellbomb them here. Do I leave back the bridge to be able to blood token to filter through a Seething Landscape? Just put them to 4, have them dead on board next turn? Because putting them to 1, like there's nothing in my deck. Like I'm out of Galv Blasts, you know? Like there's no reach that I have anymore. I think that is what I will do, is I'll just give myself the opportunity to, if I need to, blood token loot away the Seething Landscape to try and spike a blast effect, because I got 5 of those left in my deck, so it's not crazy to hit one if I need it. I do have Thornscape Familiar. So maybe this was a reason to do this main phase in case I draw Cart Clan Shaman. No, I have nothing. If they can get there, they can get there. I am just F6 here, and we're just going to watch our opponent combo out. This is looking like a whiff to me. They're down to 1 treasure token. The lands that they're looking at off of their Glimpse the Impossibles are tapped. I just have them dead in the air, even with all of the tokens they're about to make. They had to discard a lot of their draw spells to their draw spells. I don't know what the last card they have in hand is. Like, what else would you discard? Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to discard my draw spells. First day of class finds nothing. And they concede, they whiffed. GG's, we got there. Interaction, just a boatload of Galv Blasts on all of your dorks, and we're able to get there. On to the next one.
YouTube is great, but ads suck. Luckily, there's a way to get around them.
And I'm not talking about paying for premium. Simply go to the App Store and download Firefox Focus. This is a privacy-based version of the Firefox web browser. It'll block any ads on any website you visit, including ads on YouTube. You can even connect your Google password to your Face ID to make having to log into YouTube every time you want to use it as smooth as possible. If you like this tip, you can leave me a tip at the Ko-Fi link in the description down below. Now, back to the video. We are on the draw here in match number 3, and this is not a keepable hand. This one's a lot better. We'll throw back a seething landscape here. And we have the patented tap land, untap land, cleansing wildfire start. Basic island from the opponent suggests terror. No action, okay. Feel like I just play island, say go. I really don't want to walk my wildfire into any of their BS. This is good with me, man. Definitely feels like terror. I don't actually think I'm cycling the seething landscape either, because I kind of want the land drop, I think. Might even go get red mana for this to then be able to double wildfire in a turn. They truly are just doing nothing, though. This is not high tide, I can tell you that. Well, they're okay with it. Grab another island. Draw a swamp. Play the swamp. Try to wildfire again? Play around 4 spike at least. All right, they're letting it happen. That is every single one of our basics out of the deck. Say go. Well, I'm just confused. Mystic, sure. Don't have a lot of good answers to that. Furby happens, all right. Another Furby. Happens, okay. It is terror, okay. So that makes me think that they have MFN 4 spikes. So I'm going to play around 4 spike. Murmuring Mystic is an issue, though, I will say. That's what they choose to counter. That's interesting. Lorien, yep. It's not ideal. Condor, yep. And Galvanic Blast showing off why it's a little mid in some spots. Friggin' 5 toughness Murmuring Mystic. That's interesting. They thought about attacking with Mystic, but then changed their mind. Okay. I like Cryogen Relic. I like land for turn. Dreamstalker. How about that? I don't know what they could have on 1 mana that I'd be afraid of here. Let's play another one of these. And then say go, I guess. We have our card draw engine going, but they just have a freaking Murmuring Mystic. Another Lorien reveal. They have their own card draw engine. I can't say that I'm too worried about Mystic itself. It's the flippin' birds that it's producing that are going to be a problem. I'm just going to yield to this so I don't have to keep clicking on it. Yep, Ponder. We need to find Kenku. At least stem the bleeding of the bird tokens. They did shuffle on that. Another Cryo. Start with that. Cryo again. Here's all of our lands. Good golly. They have a counterspell up here very clearly. This is so tough. They're just on 8 lands and a bunch of flyers. And I can't find my Kenkus to stem the bleeding of those flyers. And my removal doesn't hit Mystic. Ugh. It's just tough. We'll take 5. Another Lorien revealed. Please stop. Error kit. So they're going to counter this, but I need them to counter this as opposed to the Kenku that I'm going to rip off the top here that I desperately need. Brainstorm in response. Interesting. Does that mean that they don't have the counterspell? No, they do. They found it. Yep. Happens. This will just tap down a bird to draw an extra card. Well, there's Kenku. Are you too late, my guy? Start here. Draw a card. Thoughtcast. Do that. There's Krark. 1, 2, 3. So hold on. 5 gets rid of the Mystic. And 1, 2, 3 of them are right here. For another tap land, 5. So if I go here for Cart Clan Shaman, then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No response. No response. No response. No response. Think on this last one. I cannot. No response. Just happens. Okay. So now we go Kenku. Friggin' this bad boy. Okay. Cleansing Wildfire only cycles at this point. It doesn't do anything else. They're at 2, 4, 6, 7 in the air. I can block quite a bit of it. Okay, yeah. This is what I've got. Another shuffle off their ponder. They're not seeing what they want. Deep analysis. Okay. Sleep of the Dead is really annoying. Okay. They can flash it back here. I guess I'll take out a bird. Declare some blockers. Down to 7, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Cryptic Serpent. Yep. Ghostly Flicker. I could do this. Oh, hold on. Let's not tap like that. Let's tap like this. Give me an extra draw step. Blood Fountain is something. Okay, burn the mana off. Has to consider. Sure, no response. Kept it on top. 2, 4, 6 mana. Ghostly Flickering Kenku and a land would let me have the Silver Bluff Bridge up. The problem is they can just Sleep of the Dead my guy. Blood Fountain requires 2 black to get anything back. Heart Clan can chump. How much mana do they have? 9, so they can tap down 3 things. Are we just dead here is kind of my question. If I go Blood Fountain, honestly, I kind of think I need to cycle. Bridge, because this is another mana if I need it. Yeah, that didn't change anything. I don't think we're going to get there. I think the Murmuring Mystic got us here. We could potentially stabilize against just a Cryptic Serpent, but yeah, don't think we can get there here. Play this. Play this. 2, 4, 5 flyers, so technically not dead. Yeah, I mean, they can just tap down our guys, but like, hopefully they do that, and then we can Ghostly Flicker them. That's our only out. Oh. Okay. We'll just try this. Okay. Oh, we were correct that they had Force Spike. Yield. No. Damage. Okay. I'm at 2. Another Serpent. Back to deep analysis. Yep. Yeah, this one's feeling tough. What's in our graveyard? We have Kenku. We have Furbies. Do I need to get back Krark Clan? Krark Clan Furby? Play the Vault. Play the Furby. Oh, the way I tapped is miserable. Does that kill me, actually? No, not necessarily. This is still not good enough to have an extra bird, and I'm at 2. Yeah, still not good enough. We'll concede there. And they recognize that and they don't do anything. 6, 6, 6, 6. Red Blast, please. And I kind of like the Fairy Macabre. Galv Blast kills literal nothing in their deck, so we're taking it out. I like the Fairy Macabre because Sleep with the Dead can be a problem for us. I mean, we got Red Blast to deal with the big boy now, and we'll just sub it like that. I would like to play first for game 2 here. I like having access to Toxin Analysis Krark Clan. I like having access to Spellbomb. The Macabre is probably the worst card in the hand, but we can work up to a Thoughtcast. We can do a lot here. And 5 out graveyards because it's going to be relevant. I don't want to get Force Spiked. So let's just Spellbomb. They have Consider. And they kept it on top. My assumption is that our opponent does not have mental notes in their deck if they are playing Considers. Tithing Blade is a good one. I'll run out the Krark Clan Shaman here. If they want to counter it, that's fine. If not, cool. Ponder. They shuffled up almost all their Ponders last game, so let's see if they have some better ones this time. They did not shuffle this time. Fantastic. Way to go, opponent. Land is nice. I guess I'll go to combat first. Attack. I don't really want to cast Thoughtcast into their counter spell. That feels kind of bad to me. Thought Scour, sure. Double Island is tough. Ponder, Kit. So this is 2, 3, 4 instants and sorceries in the graveyard. 5, 6. So they cannot cast Snake this turn. It's good with me. This probably is the time to Thoughtcast. Counterspell, then I'll Spellbomb. Oh. That's interesting. They didn't counter it. Combat. Attack. I'm going to play out this Hunter's Blowgun. Am I okay with missing a land drop here? I kind of think so. Snakes cost 3 at the moment. So that just dies to a Tithing Blade, so I'm not actually all that worried about it. And I will simply cast Tithing Blade. And I will counter target blue spell. Now this resolves. Now their snakes also cost 2. I think that's worth cracking the Spellbomb now. Happy to hit a land there. And we can attack. And now Ghostly Flicker gets rid of snakes. Lorien, sure. Ooh, no land drop, interesting. So they are all action up there. Good for us. So let's just Kenku. Soup up. Who we souping up? Who's getting the Frankie Soupa? I guess it's a Draw's Forge Bridge. And attack. Brainstorm, yep. Lorien revealed to shuffle, said Brainstorm. Cool. Yeah. Combat attack. And I don't really see a reason to do anything, so I'm just going to say go. Hold up my mana. Another Brainstorm, yep. This is 5 instant sorceries in the graveyard, so they cost 2. I don't think the Fairy Macabre making snakes cost 2 mana more is worth it. Like, I boarded this in to be able to deal with Sleep with the Deads. Murmuring Mystic is so annoying. Let us try and bait them into something here. Actually, cancel. This is good to do now, yeah. Blue Elemental Blast. So my Toxin Analysis is not going to resolve. So I think I just go for Flicker. I think I'll actually Flicker on the Cart Clan and the Tithing Blade, but if they have another spell... See, here's a spot where Force Spike is going to get me. What if I just go sack, 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 sack? I have to sack my whole board for this? That's a lot. Trying to Flicker the Cart Clan would stop the Blue Blast. And if they have something else, Flickering the Tithing Blade does nothing. So yeah, I guess I just target these two. Try to make another 3/3 indestructible. Because if they have interaction, the Tithing Blade won't do anything, and making another 3/3 I think is the best case. Dispel. Well, I couldn't play around that one at all. And we're gone. Yep. I like Furby here. For an null, that's nice. And then I think we're just picking up Furby, replaying Furby. For a terror, okay. I'm still applying pressure here. I mean, they can just block infinitely. They didn't block, though. Brainstorm. Yep. That's just going to happen. I still don't think I could sack my entire board. The Cart Clan Shaman. There's a chance Ghostly Flicker is too clunky in the matchup, especially after they've resolved a Mystic. I mean, that was the main problem, was they resolved a Murmuring Mystic, right? Like, that's what beat us in game one. Like, we would have been fine. Like, if this Very Macabre was just another Red Elemental Blast, wouldn't we be okay here? Sure, Tolarian Terror. That card's not actually the problem. It is the bird illusion tokens that are the problem. Cleansing Wildfire. I like that. Let's just start there. Counterspell. Okay. Maybe I should have thought about flipping Tithing Blade. That's truly an option. That maybe should have been the line, actually. I can look to do it next turn, but... Counterspell, counterspell, okay. I mean, I've got nothing else here. I suppose we'll take our block. Very Macabre can also block 1/1 flyers. Deep Analysis, that's so annoying. There is no point where... Well, actually, I don't mind if they flash it back. Because that would put them to 2. Thought Scour, sure. I feel like you kind of have to attack with the birds, right? Yeah. Clara Blocker, Clara Blocker, Clara Blocker. Take 3. The plan here being to flip a Tithing Blade. The terror is annoying. Another terror is really annoying. Golly. Okay. It's not as much of a plan anymore. I just need to stem the bleeding, I suppose. Yeah, missing the line there. Like, that was my window to flip the Tithing Blade. Now I just need to play defense constantly. They just have too much pressure. Freaking Murmuring Mystic, man. Yeah, and they get to draw because they know the Tithing Blade can't. There's a chance I should have Very Macabre that, but... Yeah, just feeling like I'm not playing well here. I think so you just swing out with no repercussions. Because I'm losing at least something. Gotta think. So they have 2 flyers. Do I have any removal? I mean, Pyroblast, yeah. Okay. So block here, block here, block here. That's like all I can do. I guess I could go here, here. Block like that. Take 3. Another Serpent, jeez. Okay. Pyroblast for the win. Cart Clan. Is that good enough? 1, 2. I mean, I have the blowgun, so in theory it could be. I think. Is that here? Okay. Now we're winning. That was nice. This is why blowgun is good, man. It just hangs out, and then you draw your cart clan, and then you're fine. And now we're winning. Oh, how fantastic. How fantastic. Potentially should have sacked Tithing Blade. We got there, though. Okay, okay. And I was feeling so down. I was feeling so down in the dumps there. But we're fine. We're so fine. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah, Cart Clan. Fairy Macabre did nothing. Do I want a Galv Blast over a Fairy Macabre? Too late. Didn't get it in time. We will keep this and cry if they have Force Spike. I do think I'm supposed to jam, though. Just turn 2, jam. Turn 3, jam. Turn 4, jam. Just jam, jam, jam. Yeah, I'm jamming. If they counter it, it's fine. It's a 1-for-1. Let's keep an eye on graveyards here. Brainstorm. Not what I was expecting. This probably does mean Force Spike, right? A Resolve. That's good for us. So our lands are lined up here. Thought Scour to clear it. And looks like they're going to be turboing out some snakes. This could be a snake right now. No snake. Okay. Cart Clan is good. Lead on another relic. Brainstorm again. Okay. The null. Gotcha. Good with me. There has to be snakes coming. There's gotta be. Yep, snake. Relic. This baby has so many snakes. So these can tap this down when it attacks. I think I'm a little more interested in just jamming as many Cryogene relics into play as I can. Okay, there's Furby. Furby's good too. 6 damage. You got it. Terror, yep. Mountain is something. Start with a Furby. See if this draws out anything. Counterspell. That's lovely, because now I'm going to Kenku. Because I don't think they have anything for this. Axe, yep. And I will just block and block. It's good. If they go Landlorian, I'm worried, but yeah, if it's not that, I'm not. I will try to do this, I suppose. Grab an island. That's good for me. And I guess I'll just Relic so their Serpent doesn't untap. And then pass turn. Stability favors me. There's Mystic. Let's go land. Let's go Furby. See if they have the annul here. They don't. Counterspell is what they tapped out of. That's really interesting. Now I just think I wiped the board. So it's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do that. But I can do this first. Pick up Furby. Replay Furby. Get you empty. Dispel. Oh, so Ghostly Flicker is now available. That's pretty good, right? Like, just flicker both of these. They have nothing. And then I'll just sack everything to Cart Clan, wipe them out. Go sack. Sack. 3, 4, 5. And I still have a 3/3 Indestructible. And we'll pass. And I have a 3/3 Indestructible and a bunch of lands. And they have just a bunch of lands. Deep Analysis was a good draw for them. Into Brainstorm. Okay. I am out of basics to find, which is annoying. This navigator's compass is not good. And actually, I probably should have boarded this out, shouldn't I have? Yeah, that could be a galvanic blast right there. 1, 2, 3. Pick up compass, or I guess make compass into a 3, 3. Then Dreamstalker, pick up Kenku, and attack. And we've got pressure in the air now. Their deep analysis looks worse to flashback. Still doing it. 2-turn clock right now. Would love to find some graveyard hate. Brainstorm fixes every hand. Land and pass from the opponent. Tithing Blade is a nice one. I think I will start by cycling. Because if I find a tapped indestructible, it's just 2 Tithing Blades. Okay. That's fine too, I suppose. Attack. Put you to 7. In theory. Unless they have something. Steel Sabotage. Sure. That's annoying because I played my land for turn. Do I play a Tithing Blade here? On nothing? I don't think so. I just say go. It's not like I'm not pressuring them. Lorien, sure. No snake. It's good for us. How much does this cost? 4. Here, we'll play this. Attacks. Thoughtcast. Yes, I'll just Kenku up the Silver Bluff Bridge. And we have lethal in play. Another annul would set us back. But they don't have to cast it now. Not annul. What am I thinking of? Steel Sabotage. Sure, that's fine. Deep Analysis, sure. They can't flash it back, though. They are just dead to that. Cryptic Serpent. Okay. Well, Tithing Blade kills that. Tithing Blade you. And we'll go to combat, attack. Got you at 1. And this time, I do see the line. Flip Tithing Blade. They have to deal with this. And land for turn. All right. Little sloppy in game 2. Game 3 felt a lot better there. And yeah, I think we got it from here. I don't see how they answer the board and are consuming Sepulcher. Let's scour me, sure. And we did get there. That is win number 3. On to round 4. If you like this deck, check it out with my Moxfield link in the description down below. By following me on Moxfield, you can keep up with the new brews I'm working on before they become videos. And you can even see the tuning updates for old brews too. Thanks again for your support. I'll see you on Moxfield. Welcome back to round 4. We are on the play here. Mana underneath of us, 2 flicker effects, nothing 2 flicker, but have a Cart Clan Shaman. It's the type of thing where if we were up against elves, I would think this is good enough, but in the dark, I'm going to say that's a mulligan. This is a lot better. This is a lot better. We're going to keep this. Probably throw back Seething Landscape. And just being able to go turn 1 bridge into turn 2 cleansing wildfire really just ups the power level of this deck dramatically. And we'll see our opponent go, ooh, Claw Gates! I have not played this matchup before. This will be interesting. Is there merit to holding the wildfire for their Basilisk Gates? I mean, my other option is casting Cryogen Relic into Dreamstalker, Cryogen Relic, and just drawing a F-ton of cards, so that actually seems pretty good to me, so I am going to go that route. Tithing Blade, Kit. I'm going to stick with the plan that I laid out for myself here. Not any blue mana so far. Or I have my island, I suppose, but... Well, that's pretty good. I think I'll just go land go here. 4, 5 cards in hand. I go down to 4. I'd go up to 8. So I'd be discarding to hand size if I do it now. So I'm not going to. I suppose I could have fired off a Galv Blast to not discard to hand size. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have gone for it there. There's the Basilisk Gate that I've been waiting on. Modern Age, sure. See what they discard here. Sacred Cat, it's pretty solid. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to go for it. What I am going to do is just try and wildfire the Basilisk Gate. I do think this is a plan for me. If they run out of Basilisk Gates, I think that I'm not as worried about the threats in their deck. It's also mighty to counterspell. There's a chance. Appears it is. Okay. And then we'll just go Dreamstalker, pick up Relic, draw a card, play a bridge, say go. Prismatic Strands discarded. Good to know about. Okay, we knew about that beachfront. And looks like they're casting Sacred Cat. Okay. So Tithing Blade is not great, but it is fine. Start here. Tithing Blade you. They have Dispels in their deck, which they might be representing right now. But I'm just going to try to do this. Ooh, it's a good feeling. It's a good freaking feeling, man. Okay. And then I'm going to play, and I'm going to go find an island because I'm a little short on them right now. And we'll get in for 1. So Modern Age is flipping. Cart Clan Shaman really isn't that effective against them. Like, the only ground creatures they're going to have is, like, Sacred Cats, Outlaw Medics, Guardians of the Guild Pact, and, like, I just don't like Cart Clan into any of those, really. I do think Tithing Blade actually is pretty good, though. Like, their threats are resilient and, like, redundant, but they're not necessarily... Like, they only have so many of them, you know? That Sacred Cat's annoying because it turns on Prismatic Strands. Start with the Thoughtcast. I like Spellbomb here. Cart Clan. Play this. Play this. Draw a card. And then I guess I can say go here, correct? Should be able to. Try and play around their Basilisk Gate a little bit. I know they have the Prismatic Strands in the graveyard. If they have another one in hand, that's annoying. But it's also not the end of the world. So from here, I think this is a pretty easy sack a Cryogen Relic to Cart Clan and try to resolve that ability. Okay, and then with that on the stack, just resolve Nile Spellbomb, draw a card. And that got rid of a Sacred Cat, got rid of a Prismatic Strands. That felt pretty good. Another Basilisk Gate's kind of brutal, though. Oh, but they're just getting creatures in play. They're not actually trying to hit me. That's nice. Okay, just hawking up. Squat up, baby. Sure. Okay, Wildfire is nice. I can get rid of one of these. Bridge is nice. I think I am just going to kill this at some point, so I may as well do it now. I think that I want to... Relic? Drawing cards is good. Blood Fountain. And Compass. Say go. And we'll see what they want to do. Limiting the number of Basilisk Gates that they have, I think, is really important. Important enough that they counterspelled the first one I tried to get rid of. 5 mana, Lorien revealed. Woof. That's tough. Journey to Nowhere is a card that I'm pretty concerned about. I think we start with Kenku. If they have Counterspell, they will spend it here more than likely, and then I can just draw cards with Dreamstalker and Relics. Okay, that's live. Now I can play Stalker, pick up Kenku, and then just play Relic. See if we draw land. Spell Pierce. Okay, that's fine. And I will play land for turn, and I will say go. Could have played around Spell Pierce. Should have attacked with Dreamstalker. That was a spew. Whoops. I actually did want to leave back the 3/3 flyer for the Squadron Hawks. Journey to Nowhere would be really annoying here. Another Lorien? Woof. There's a chance I should be picking up and replaying Tithing Blade. Hi, Modern Age. I'm assuming they're just looking for their Journey to Nowheres. And I don't know why they wouldn't play one here. It's kind of my thing. I want to crack a relic. Not really. I think I am okay with looting away a swamp, though. Into a bridge. Okay. If they have Counterspell, that's fine, because I can just Blood Fountain it back. Animate this. Okay. Play this. I mean, I think I'm just attacking. I'll attack like this. They should be at 17. I whiffed earlier, and that's tough. But now they're at 13. I can use Blood Fountain if like something comes up that I'm able to Blood Fountain. Journey to Nowhere is actually specifically difficult for this brew to answer. It gets around like the advantage of our creatures being indestructible. Yeah. Like there's just nothing we can do about this. Boop. Happens. They have 5 cards left in hand. They have 2 cards in their graveyard that are relevant. Yeah, I just have no way to get rid of a Journey. The reason why I left this one back to block is because I assumed if they would Journey one, they Journey the untap one, and I just wanted to get rid of the mono red one, not the one that can tap for either color. That's interesting that they didn't Basilisk Gate. Okay. Guardian of the Guild Pact. Sure. That guy's a problem, but my lands can block him. Oh, Galv Blast is nice. Oh, I should have... it's fine. Yep. Meh. This either kills it or gets rid of a Prismatic Strands. Either way, I'm fine with it. Yeah, that's fine. The real question is, how many other Journey to Nowheres do they find? A bridge. Okay. Yeah, frankly, I'm just going to flip this Tithing Blade, because I think it's going to do more like this than it will in any other position. Play land, say go. We still have 4 mana up. If they Journey to Nowhere on my Drawsforge Bridge, I'm in trouble. Just actively in trouble. We've both been through so many cards. Another Lorien. So times like this when you really wish you had your Red Elemental Blasts in. But it's game 1, and you can't just run those in the main, because you could get clapped by anything else. So I know that they still have a Squadron Hawk in hand. No attacks, okay. Nothing. So now the Sepulcher is running. That's actively good for us, for nothing to happen. I guess Furby is nice. Yeah, I play Furby. Say go here. It's just card Prismatic Strands. All right, great. Yeah, but as soon as they find another copy of Journey, it's just over. Jover, as they say. I've been through 3 Lorians. Golly gee, that's crazy. Yep, there's another journey. That's so tough. And there's just really nothing I can do about it either. Yeah, and I am dead. Just dead here. As long as they soup up the Guardian, I'm just dead. Hoggates is so good. This deck is so good. Yeah. Concede. Dead. It's such a good deck. It's so good. It's so compact at what it does. It's so good. Okay. Obviously, Red Elemental Blast is good. I kind of want a couple copies of Hydroblast because I know that they're going to have Red Elemental Blasts or Pyroblasts or whatever for me, and I want a couple of copies for them. I don't think Toxin Analysis is necessary. I don't really think Cart Clan Shaman is all that great. I don't think Galvblast is all that great either, but I kind of think just Journey to Nowhere. Journey to Nowhere is like the one card that they have that like actually makes me think that we're a dog in this matchup. Because otherwise, I don't think they have any good answer to indestructible 3/3s. I know they're gonna have Dust to Dust post board, aren't they? Woof. Yeah, okay. Maybe we just aren't set up for this at all. Interesting. Does that mean that we want access to something like Unexpected Fangs? No, that's not good enough. I legitimately don't think Cart Clan Shaman is doing enough. I think that the Navigator's Compass giving things reach is like good. I don't really think Galvblast does enough. All their creatures 2-for-1. Okay. Run it back here, but yeah, this feels tough. Just having to deal with enchantments and having nothing in our 75 that can touch them, and then them boarding into like, I'm assuming they're gonna have Dust to Dust. I know that the most popular lists tend to still run them. 5 lands I don't think we can keep. This we can keep. Throwback, I guess, Vault. We have to throw down Crowdgen Relic on turn 2, probably off of a Swamp. Cast is good. I should be able to cast that next turn. Kenku, Kip. There is maybe an argument to just Kenku, target Cryogen Relic, start swinging. Like just race them. I can get behind that. Because with this, if Relic is interacted with, I draw a card instead of like just losing a land or something. And 3/3 is bigger than all of their flyers baseline. Future Kenkus can soup up lands. Let's just put a clock on them. Keep gate, okay. Woof. Yep. Well, we drew a card off of it. It's something. Can go bridge. Fountain is 1, 2, 3. We're still short, but we're short no matter what. Just attack. Say go. Might discard the Scalp Blast. At the same time, though, I feel like I can't really. Like, if I'm putting myself in the aggressive posture, I mean, how do you even fight Dust to Dust? I don't even know if you can. Dreamstalker's nice. Okay, combat. Get in for a 1 with Kenku. Go for a Furby. If they counter this, we'll just Blood Fountain, Thoughtcast, and then see where we're at. Okay. Huh. Interesting timing for a Brainstorm. This makes me think that they're going to let whatever else I cast resolve this turn. Because I would assume they want to make a treasure. Got rid of a Journey. That's crazy. In my head, that's the most important card in the matchup. I would hold on to as many of those as I can. Interesting. Sure. Say go. Man, Hawk just slows down so much aggression, doesn't it? I guess I attack into it. Like, I have Blood Fountains, so I think I'm just swinging. Lorian that gets cycled, that's good for us. Means they're not casting it. And leaving up blue-white mana. Okay. This would really suck to get Hydroblasted, but I feel like I need to get my mana underneath me. So, okay, it happened. We'll get blue mana. Drew a Seething Landscape. Play this. I think I'm just going to attack. Let them trade with whatever they want, and then I'll Dreamstalker to pick up the other one. Okay. This is actually what I wanted to happen, so that's fine. There you go. We are applying some pressure, but I do not trust it to hold up under scrutiny. Brainstorm, Squadron Hawks again. This is such a powerful interaction. My goodness, this is such a good interaction. Opponent passing here. Feel like I just want to wildfire. Go get red mana, so they can't take me off any of my colors. Play a bridge. And I don't feel like I can let them counter my Kenku. But do I just let them make a treasure? I haven't seen a single counterspell yet. I think I have to, actually. I kind of think I'm actually priced into doing this. Oh, it worked. Okay, I'm gonna make this blood token into a 3/3. Again, I want my lands to be underneath me, and like their answers are exile based. Like they can just get rid of it. I just really wanted to make a treasure. Interesting. So I missed out on 3 damage there because I played too conservatively. I don't know how much this is going to come down to racing and life totals and everything. Brainstorm Squadron Hawk. It's very good. Legitimately, I would play Coggates. I think it's one of the best decks in the format. The problem with it is it's over my Mana Trader's rental limit. Like I can't actually afford to rent it on my account. But it's tough because I would jam leaks of this. You know, that's why I need a Mana Trader's like sponsorship. I need them to like give me a higher tier 1 for free. Combat. Attack. They're at 8. Double Galv Blast kills them. I don't think I'm supposed to play this Dross Forge Bridge here. Make a treasure. Yep. Sacred Cat. That lifelink is annoying. I do have Basilisk Gate. Another Squadron Hawk. I'm going to crack this to find Island, and I'm going to cycle this Dross Forge Bridge here. Okay, Red Elemental Blast is something. Now, if only they were at 5. Like triple block here. They are. They're at 6. Galv Blast would put them to 2, but that's too late. So I think I'm priced into Galv Blasting a Squadron Hawk here. And it's tough that now I'm racing the Sacred Cat, but what are you gonna do? And they got a bunch of treasures now too. Could have made another one and didn't. That's interesting. That makes me think that they have a way to prevent prismatic strands. But why didn't they use the prismatic strands? To prevent the Galv Blast from killing. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do that. Sure. Ugh. That's brutal. Yeah. And this is why I didn't think the Galv Blast plan was like a good one. Even if we had left back a blocker here to be able to Blood Fountain, which we totally should have. We totally should have done that. Like, they just gained 20. Yeah. This is tough. Man, we had the second Galv Blast off the top here. Was there a way for me to, I don't know. I don't know if there was. I don't think attacking anymore does anything. This is what Coggates is so good, man. It's just this little lifelinker, make it massive, all in your mana base. And like the lifelinker is resilient. It's such a good deck. feel like I'll get buried by that. Got away with that. I mean, they can just replay it though, so it's not even that big of a deal. Okay. Swings. So now we have an indestructible colorless blocker, but they've also seen like half their deck, and we haven't. Well, I guess they discarded a Journey to Nowhere. I don't know why they discarded that Journey to Nowhere. Maybe they have another one. Yeah, just getting rid of both of my flying creatures now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Ah. So this deck has a shtick. Its shtick is, can you beat a 3/3 flying indestructible creature? And if the answer is no, I can't beat a flying 3/3 indestructible creature, then you're in a lot of trouble. Coggates can beat a 3/3 indestructible artifact creature. And now they're just like, the life gain swing here is crazy. And like, I can make another one, but it's going to be way too little too late, I think. All right. Get back the 2 creatures in my graveyard. And if they don't, that's nice. As Kenku is the most mana efficient, so I'll do that one. Pyroblast? Sure. I mean, I'm just jumping. That's all I'm doing. I'm in jump mode over here. And I got to deal a lot of combat damage. Realistically, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And I couldn't attack with one because A, 1 point of damage doesn't make a difference, and B, if they have a removal spell, then I just straight up die. This at least forces them to have 2 removal spells. Just Furby. I think I will just get back Kenku and Dreamstalker here. Okay. So we have action now. But we are also out of Blood Fountains, which kind of blows. Yep. I've been through 2 wildfires already. Yeah, they realize I don't have to keep doing both of them. What's better here? I guess block like this. Try to flicker my guys. That's really good. That's really good. They're flooding out a bit. Okay, they didn't gain life on that one. Okay. Why do I have hope? I shouldn't have hope in this spot. Another Sacred Cat. Kenku? Animate. I think I just pick up Kenku here. Attack for 1, I guess. We'll have 2 Sacred Cats next turn. They've been through 2 Dust to Dust. And they know my hand, so I'm just going to F6 through the turn here. Okay. Not dead. Unless they have removal from my Dreamstalker. Okay, not dead. Interesting. Furby. I mean, it's fine. I'm running out of artifacts. See what they discard here. Blue Elemental Blast. So that's what they've been sitting on. Okay. Animate this. And attack for 1, I guess. I honestly, my only real chance of winning this match is my opponent's clock. Yeah, there's the journey, though. I don't think I can block with Kenku because I need to be able to flicker it to make my Silver Bluff Bridge a threat. Stop taking game actions. Your clock is more important than delivering more than lethal. Okay, Furby, block, Wildfire. That's a redraw for me, I guess. Counterspell's your last card, huh? Blue or Hydroblast. Or, yep, Blue Blast too. Boop. Sego. They are down to nothing, but they do have another Sacred Cat. They could have just recast that Sacred Cat and forced me to double block this turn. Like, instead of going all in on 1 cat, they could have 2 of them. Like, I don't know, maybe they don't realize that I went down on my Cart Clans, but Because, like, this is a problem. They have 2 Basilisk Gates. Like, that's actually an issue for me. Yep. Well, block. Draw Seething Landscape. That is technically a redraw. Draw Tithing Blade. We're technically still alive here. Yep. That would have been good earlier. I don't have removal spell because they would have used it. So they might have counterspell. Do I have another Kenku? I believe so. Okay, that's a problem. And Red Blast, GG, we are dead. Yeah, that matchup felt tough, mostly because of their ability to just dust to dust and journey to nowhere my ways of stabilizing. And I just don't have, man, that's so interesting. If I could figure out a good way to counteract that, something to think about. On to the last match.
Oh, hey, you're still watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Check me out in the Ko-Fi link down below, and yeah, I'll let you get back to it.
We are on the draw in the final round. Positive record is locked. We are going for a 4-1 record here. This is a great hand. I'm going to keep it. It's mostly great off the back of turn 2 Cleansing Wildfire. Fae. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to lead on the bridge here. See if they have the ninja or not. That'll really influence what I do with my turn 2. Like if they just pass with mana up, I'll probably just play Drossforge Bridge tapped into that. I don't want to Cleansing Wildfire into 2 open mana with a fairy on board. Now this is definitely a matchup where Kenku Artificer is very good. I don't know if they really have answers to a 3/3 flying indestructible. They'll have Steel Sabotage post board more than likely. But main deck, I don't think they'll really have anything. It doesn't even need to be a land. It could just be a 3/3 flyer, and I think they're going to have a hard time with it. Is there a ninja? No ninja. I'm just going to chill then. Is Fae run, Lorien? No. Interesting. This is Dimir Fae. It does seem to be the more popular version of the deck these days, I suppose. Augur. Sure. Augur whiffed, that's always good. Just to use my mana, and because I don't think I'm going to get Metalcraft on next turn, I am just going to Galv Blast here. Well, that's a good pickup. Think that I'll just Wildfire, go grab an island. And Furby, man. Well, we have a good turn next turn. I like our spot here. I like Augur Whiffing, though if they ninja me here, I'm going to feel worse about it, but I can develop a Dreamstalker next turn and feel pretty good about it. Small ninja. Okay, cool. Small ninja's chill. Nothing. Interesting. If I go like this, that's something they might want to counter. Grab an island. Kenku is good. Now if I do Cryogen Relic. Yeah, but now if they counter this, my Furby doesn't cost 1, and I tapped wrong, so I can't do anything either way. Ugh, that's really frustrating. It's fine. The first mistake doesn't kill you, it's the second one that does, and my opponent did nothing and is missing land drops, so I think we're okay here. Now I really do have like a really good next turn of develop Furby, develop Dreamstalker, Kenku, like so much. Fairy Seer, okay. See how they scry. If they top it all, we know there's a land. Yep, top card is a land here. I think we'll start with the Furby, because I think this will be good enough to draw out a counterspell if they have one. Here's it wasn't. Mukutai Ambusher. Okay, Stalker. Is this good enough for a counterspell? Yes. Okay. And I'm not going to attack. I'm going to let them come to me. Feeling pretty good here. Got the 2-for-1 on Furby. Dreamstalker ate the counterspell. Kenku got through. That was the card they topped, was an island. But can they beat the 3/3 flying indestructible? That's the question. Augur, sure. See what they hit here. Snuff out. That only hits Kenku right now. It's good to know about. Play this. Guess we'll play Tithing Blade. Assume the Fairseer eats it. Maybe the Moon Circuit Hacker does. Not entirely certain. And they're conceding. All right, fantastic. The Ghostly Flicker on Cryogen Relic Tithing Blade would have been solid in that spot. Can't really target Kenku because of the Snuff Out. Could target Furby, maybe. Sick. So against Demir Value Pile. Red Blasts seem good. Spectre Fangs, Fury Macabre, Casting the Fire. Honestly, none of that seems useful. How good's Cart Clan Shaman? They were showing fairies and ninjas. So here's the ninja part, it's good. I don't think Toxin Analysis is necessary, even if I am keeping in all of the Cart Clan Shamans. I like Blowgun, again, for the reach-giving aspect. I keep forgetting about Navigator's Compass. This can probably come out. I don't really think it's going to matter. And then maybe go down to 2 KCSs. I kind of like that configuration. Casting the Fire might just be better than Cart Clan Shaman, actually. If it can hit fairies, that's pretty solid, actually. Let's do that. We're back, and this hand is questionable. I think because we have Cryogen Relic Dreamstalker, we keep lead on Seething Landscape, fetch to get a swamp, and then our colors are all accounted for, and then just try and draw cards with the Dreamstalker Cryogen Relic engine. That's really annoying. So go here. Them leading on a tap land is nice. No pressure to start off. And they kind of need to tap out at sorcery speed to start applying pressure and make their ninjas, make their fairies better. Relic. I don't really care about that card. Like, I have 2 Blood Fountains that care about it, but that's it. They're a polite Relic player. They do it when you're supposed to. Let's see if they got a null. Please don't. Damn. They did have a null. Feel like it kind of had to jam there. I'll jam. Make you have it. Yeah, this is making future Furbies better, but the fact that we have 0 artifacts in play means that Furby is kind of trash right now. They did not fetch their landscape. That's interesting. Orion gets Basic Island. Sure. I kind of think that I just need to cycle this. Red Blast. Okay, say go. Not feeling great here. Like, if they just slam a Thorn of the Black Rose here, I'm going to feel pretty bad. Alluring Revealed is pretty bad, too. That's pretty good. Slam a Furby. Hallelujah. Man, their augurs have been tough. Whiff again. Okay, combat, attack. Think I just go for Tithing Blade here. It and Furby both cost 2. This currently eats something on their board. I can Red Blast to protect it, and if it resolves, Furby costs 1, and I can Red Blast to protect that. Yeah, so this is counter, target blue spell, especially if they care enough that they want to have a creature in play. This matters a lot more to me now. Always yield. Always yield, I don't care about that. And second Furby. And now they see why I kept my hand. Blue Blast. Ooh. Good to know about. And now the Dreamstalkers start doing work too. We can either shred their hand or just kill any creature they play. Okay, pop in the relic. Nice. Sure, Moon Circuit Hacker. You got it. Kenku. Combat. Tex. Stock and Dreams, baby. If they have a counterspell, which they don't. Pick up, put down, and auto yield to that. This is a really good feeling. And the Moon Circuit Hacker is checked by the Dreamstalker. There's passing. Fantastic. Silver Bluff Bridge is nice. Combat. I don't want to attack with Dreamstalker this time. I just want to make sure that I have a blocker for the hacker. Play second Dreamstalker. Counterspell for that one. Yeah, and this is why I didn't attack with the other one. With a Red Blast, kind of feel like this means I go for lethal. Animate Tithing Blade. Combat. Tickets. Could have animated an indestructible land, but I'm getting the feeling that they have nothing. I will eat my medicine if they do end up killing the Tithing Blade here. They don't. And now this is just me playing conservatively. I have them dead with the Galv Blast, and I even have like counter protection, but like they're also dead on board. And we win the match. All right, we will see y'all in the wrap up. 4-1 record with quote unquote Grixis affinity. Deck felt good. I will say Coggate seems like a problematic matchup just because the way that this brew is trying to attack the metagame is by creating threats that are difficult to answer with our 3/3 indestructible lands. And Coggate's having 4 answers main deck, 7 answers post board to that plan makes it really hard for us to actually confront them on an axis that matters. But other than that, we played some really grindy matches, and then we just kind of took care of business in the last round. Navigator's Compass never really came up. Again, this is the most flexible card in the deck. This maybe it could be a Pact Altair, maybe that'd even be better. Maybe it could be a makeshift munitions. Things to think about for that. Car Clan Shaman package felt good. Galv Blast against blue decks doesn't look great. I kind of want to find a slot for the 4th Elemental Blast. Maybe 3 casts in the fire is just too many. Maybe this card isn't even good enough for the matchups where there's a bunch of 1/1s. I'm thinking of White Weenie, hell, even Coggates to some extent. This has like some use, but it's just bad there too. I think this deck is good. I think it's solid. I think Ghostly Flickering, a Tithing Blade, and a Cryogen Relic is a drug. Hook it straight to my veins. It's a lot of fun. We did get to see Ghostly Flicker pop off a couple of times. We had a couple of draw 4s, a couple of draw 2, make your opponent sack, a couple of make another 3/3, and then all of this just tied together with Cleansing Wildfire. Just a hell of an engine. And yeah, I really like this deck. I might try to actually run it through a challenge of some type in the near future if I can get those last couple slots figured out. Yeah, this has been Brews Day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bow to y'all.